Hello my beautiful buds, welcome back to my channel, Sprouts with Joy. My name is Joy, and if you like to talk about plants, you're in the right place. Today I'm gonna be getting rid of some plants. And it's so sad, I don't take a lot of pleasure in purging plants, but I've just been feeling the need to do that. I think that I have a lot of plants laying around that I just don't love anymore. I also have some plants that I think like I might take one cutting and get rid of the mother plant. I have some plants that are just not doing well that just need to be pitched. I have some plants that I can give away to friends. I have some duplicates. So I figured I'd take you along with me and we're just gonna kind of look through my collection and make some decisions together. This is also accountability for me because I've been putting this off for a long time. But if I'm doing it for a video, I'm more likely to like actually follow through and do it. So yeah, I guess we'll start in this room. This is like my guest bedroom slash plant room. Okay, we're just gonna start over here. Also, apologies in advance if any of my plants need to be watered because there's just a few of them that I'm like looking at and I'm like, yeah, they need to be watered today, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet today. But I figured I would just kind of look through each of the like bigger plant sections that I have and see if any of them are plants that I feel like I can get rid of or just haven't been resonating with me very much. And by getting rid of a plant, it doesn't mean that I'm never ever going to get this plant ever again. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be like thrown away necessarily unless it's like really far gone. And it doesn't mean that I don't like the plant objectively. It just means that maybe it's like a little bit more of an energy drain on me than it is life-giving, if that makes sense. And maybe it doesn't fit in my collection. Maybe I'm not taking very good care of it and so it's declined. I think I just need to tear off the band-aid and say goodbye. So I'm just looking at this section here. I mean, I want to keep my Florida Ghost. My Cupria has been misbehaving lately, but it did just give me a new leaf. So I'm still going to hold on to this one. These plants are fine. I actually have some propagations here that I really need to pot up. It's a mixture of Monstera siltepecana and Monstera window leaf. Peperomia Hope I'm a little bit iffy on just because one of my children like tore off a bunch of the leaves, so like a lot of the really pretty trailing growth declined, but it's an easy enough plant and it's really low maintenance that I mean, and it's also really small. It's probably fine to keep. Looking down here at this bottom section, oh, actually my Hoya crassi petiolata has a new leaf. Look at that. That's so happy. I don't know how well you can see it, but that's a new leaf right there. Okay, that actually makes me really happy because I wasn't sure if this plant was doing very well. Oh, you know what? I think I see one. I'm keeping the holiday cactus, although this needs to be repotted badly and watered. But this right here, okay, this is my Monstera dubia, and look at that. It looks so gnarly and bad. It's not healthy at all. I don't know what the deal is with this plant. It was stable for a while, but as of right now, yeah, look at that. That is not pretty. This might actually go in the garbage because I don't think there's much of it that's alive. And I feel really bad about that because I actually got a Monstera dubia from a friend in a trade, like a really, really tiny cutting. And then my friend Natalie also sent me a Monstera dubia. So I ended up kind of plotting them together. But I think that this plant just like never really took off for me, and I never got super excited about it because even though I had it on this moss pole, it never really started shingling or sizing up on the leaves. And I think I sort of forgot about it because it wasn't exciting to me. And like of all the plants in my collection, it just wasn't one that resonated with me, which again, I feel bad because I got it from friends, but like it is what it is, I guess. It's my fault for letting it go this far. And I mean, the more mature thing to do probably would have been to like, as soon as I wasn't as interested in it, found someone to give it to that would be more interested in it rather than like letting it perish like this. But yeah, this is like kind of a purge, but also kind of a, yeah, this plant died and I'm going to set it aside and throw it out because it's like taking up a spot and it doesn't need to be. Okay, so we already have one plant. Look at that. Also, we're not here to judge. I'm not going to judge you for any of your plants and you're not going to judge me for any of my plants. Okay, this is our agreement. Okay, here's the next like plant corner. I mean, immediately, I know, my Philodendron Dark Lord. This is like the butt cut that I decided to keep because I wasn't sure if maybe it would do something. It's been like a month and it hasn't done anything. So I'm going to pitch it. I'll save the moss pole, of course, but yeah, I'm going to not have this in my house anymore because it's just causing clutter. And I've just been putting off getting rid of it for some reason because I'm like, oh, you know, whatever. No. it's time to get rid of things. We are spring cleaning. This is my Tenanthe Burley Marksii, and a lot of it has not been doing well. Like, look at that bottom there. It's just not happy with me. Part of it is that it needs to be watered, but part of it, I suspect that there might be some root rot involved just by the way it's behaving. Like, there are some leaves that just never perk back up. Some of them do, but some leaves like don't. So I'm a little bit concerned for it. I'm not ready to give it up yet because I do love this plant and I think it's still really beautiful. I just need to like give it a little zhuzhing. I might need to give it a makeover. Over here, oh, okay, here's another one. Philodendron Fuzzy Petiole. Okay, this one actually makes me really sad because like, look, it just put off this new leaf. It's actually really cute. I'm impressed because yeah, it was not doing well. I mean, look at some of these other leaves down here. Do you see that? Oh, they're so gnarly and so gross and just like not what I'm looking for when I'm growing plants. And yeah, for the longest time, this plant would not do well and it would not grow the way that I wanted it to. And I have seen incredible Philodendron Fuzzy Petioles. I know what they're capable of, but this plant has been more of a headache for me for a long time than it has been life-giving, I guess. And as much as I love this newest leaf, like look at that. It's beautiful. I'm obsessed with this newest leaf, but this plant has done this to me before where I think maybe it was like this leaf or this leaf that came out. When it came out, I was like, oh, okay, I'll keep it for a little while longer. And then it proceeded to emerge with like some really mangled leaves. And I'm just, you know what? I'm done. I'm done being fooled by this plant. And like, it feels like I'm being led on by the Philodendron Fuzzy Petiole because every so often it will give me a really cool new leaf, but then it continues to grow really wonky. Other than that, like one really cool leaf. And I don't have the energy for that. We're not having that kind of drama in this household anymore. So yeah, I'm just done. And maybe I'll just clean it up a little bit and hand it off to a friend that I think will be able to grow it better than me. Or like if they have fewer plants and they have more energy to dedicate to a single dramatic plant like this, fantastic. But that's just not me right now. If only he would behave. But I'm having like less and less patience for my philodendrons that are on moss poles. Oh my gosh, we're already at 3 plants. I'm surprised. Oh, I do want to point out, so there's no way in heck I'm getting rid of this plant. I'm obsessed with it. But I did want to point out, so this is my Monstera Esqueleto, and I did have a scare with thrips with this plant. I had thrips for a minute. I got this from Natalie as well. And okay, it's given me 2 new leaves that like this one, of course, is like a little bit smaller because it's like a relatively new leaf from the cutting. But look at this leaf that's coming in. Ha 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 ha. I'm so excited about this plant. I can't wait to have a really nice Esqueleto on my hands. Okay, this Philodendron Splendid I am eventually, I think, going to like chop up and get rid of, but like today is not that day because first I want to pot up a new plant of Philodendron Splendid and like start it over. So like that will happen, but not today because I still want to have Philodendron Splendid in my collection. I just want to grow it like differently, or I don't know, like I just want to do things differently. Okay, this is my Philodendron El Choco Red. It's looking so not good. I think it does not like the ambient humidity. I do have other cuttings in a prop box that I badly need to pot up, so I will keep you posted on this. I'm not getting rid of it because I really want to try to make this plant work and give it more of a fighting chance in my collection. But I did want to note that like it's here and it's still alive and I need to do something with it other than just letting it sit here. Oh, another quick update. Okay, is this just turning into an update video? No. Look at the new leaf that my Monstera Albo gave me. Actually, 2 new leaves. Like it's like a baby leaf right there. And then this leaf right here. Oh my gosh, the variegation is so pretty. I chopped this plant actually and I kept the mama plant to, you know, just in case. And I'm glad that I did because it's growing back and the cutting that I took actually is also rooting up. So I'll show you that as well. But I just wanted to be like, hey, look, update. Okay, let me take you with me. Don't mind the fact that that plant needs to be watered. So sorry. But here, this is the rooted up Monstera Albo right here that I've got. So very happy about that. As far as the plants down here, I really don't know what I'm going to do with my variegated Epipremnum pinnatum, but I'll figure that out in the future. Okay, guys, this plant has been tempting me. It's been testing my patience. I actually think it needs to be repotted, so I'm going to repot it. This is my Calathea ornata. I'm not gonna get rid of it because I've had it for so long and we've been through so many ups and downs. Like there's no way I'm gonna get rid of it at this point, but it has been misbehaving lately. So I'm just letting that be known. And maybe if I blast it out on social media that it's misbehaving, it will kick itself back into gear. I don't know. Oh, I do want to point out, this is a Mandula pothos that I have in my collection. I recently repotted it. It's been like I've been trying to grow it up this plank for the longest time and like nothing has happened. But look, it's giving me a new leaf now. Like one of the first new leaves in a really long time. And that new leaf looks really promising. This might work to grow a Mandula pothos up plank. And I'm pointing this out right now. Okay, hear me. I'm pointing this out right now because I have a bigger pot of Mandula pothos that I think I might give away. I might purge from my collection because if this one works, then I don't need the other one. I don't need a duplicate and I'll just grow Mandula pothos this way, but I'll get into that later. Anything over here? I don't think so, although look, a new growth plant on my painted lady. I will eventually get rid of this painted lady, I think, because I took some cuttings and once those cuttings are ready to go and pot up, I will give this one away. And I'm holding on to this and like the Philodendron Splendid over there as backups because I'm paranoid and I don't want to like take cuttings and then give away the bottom plant, but then the cuttings perish, you know? So that does kind of clutter up my collection a little bit, but it is what it is. All these plants need to be watered, so don't mind that. So sorry, guys. But I don't think I want to get rid of any of them. I just need to like clean them up. Like, oh my gosh, look at how tragic that is. I just need to chop off some of the leaves that have died off in the last week or so. This is my Calathea Zabrina. It's giving me a new leaf. That's very pretty, but also like it needs to also behave for me, please. How are you doing? Oh my gosh, there's so much new growth. Okay, yeah, I swear this is like half an update video and half me purging plants. So, but okay, wow, 3 plants that I'm gonna purge so far just from one room. Although 2 of them are kind of basically dead, so I don't even know if that counts, but I don't know, I guess it counts because they've been taking up space and now they're not going to be taking up space anymore, so this is good. Okay, now we're in my bedroom. This was another like big planty spot for me where I have my greenhouse cabinet and a bunch of other plants. So let's see if I can get rid of any plants in here. Okay, you know what? This is another plant that's practically dead. It's tragic. This is my Monstera Sildopicana. It's not actually dead. I mean, this is new growth right here, but like the rest of these leaves have all died off. It's honestly ridiculous and pitiful. So yeah, it's gotta go. But this plant, I'm technically not purging entirely from my collection because I've got propagations of it, but I think I'm ready to get rid of this mother plant because like it's, look at that. That's like insulting to all plants out there. What are you doing? And yes, I'm aware I could chop up all of these empty nodes and like have a ton of wet sticks, but I just don't have the energy to deal with that right now. So my deepest condolences, but I cannot. Okay, this is on top of the greenhouse cabinet. I turned off the grow light that's up there because it's assaulting to the eyes when I try to film with it on, but I'm looking at these different plants and I think there's actually a number of plants I might get rid of up here, or at least like say goodbye to once and for all, maybe kind of, at least in their current forms. But okay, so this is my Philodendron Mayoi. Let's pull it down and take a look. Okay, it's looking a mess right now. I mean, clearly I have not been loving this plant a whole lot. I mean, it's just been a little bit neglected recently. She's dusty. She has grown beyond the pot. And part of that is that when she went beyond the length of the pot, like I just didn't have it in me to figure out what to do with her. I chopped her once and then I didn't do anything after that. I just kind of let her grow because yeah, I just was not in a season where I felt like dealing with it. And as much as I love the leaf shape, I love this plant so much, but I don't know if I have the energy to like have this whole plant in my collection anymore because it's a fairly large plant. It's taking up a lot of space. It's not really in an ideal spot for it where I really get to appreciate it a lot. I would consider taking a few cuttings for myself, but then again, like, do I even want to? Or would I rather like just get a Philodendron Tortum instead? And like, let's be real, I do love this plant objectively, but it is basically just a budget Philodendron Tortum, which I don't have in my collection. The Philodendron Tortum is a lot like this, except it's even more dramatic. And it's almost like, I kind of would rather just get the Philodendron Tortum because it's a lot more affordable now. So I don't know, you guys. I think I might be ready to get rid of this plant. And I would make someone really happy because it is a really cool plant and I'm really torn to like let it go, but I just don't have the energy right now to deal with this. And like, I'll clean it up a little bit. Like I'll take away these dead leaves and like that helps some, but yeah, it's just not where my heart's at right now. I think I might be saying goodbye to it. Yeah. I have a lot of friends that are just now getting into houseplants. So like any one of them I think would be really happy and excited to get this. Technically this might not fully count as purging, but this is my Philodendron Camposportuanum. This is another one that I'm really torn on. I think I just don't like the way that I'm growing it right now. It just hasn't been really happy with me. It was happy for a little while, but like after a little while it like kind of declined and the leaves started coming in more like this. And I'm just like not into that. And it's just been annoying me. I haven't been happy looking at it. But then again, like I also know that this plant has a lot of potential. It's really cool. I really wanted this plant for a long time. It's just, we're just not vibing together right now. So I don't know. This is what I'm really torn about, that I would consider maybe taking a few cuttings. So this is going to be a strong maybe. Like I might decide to just keep it and deal with it and like try to give it a makeover that I prefer, because yeah, this is honestly just a mess. I couldn't decide if I wanted it to be more of a trailing plant or a climbing plant when I potted it up. So I kind of knew that I was making a mistake when I potted it up like this. And it's kind of cool, but it's just also, I don't know, something about it is bothering me. It just looks really messy to me. Maybe this one deserves a second chance, but we'll see. I will decide by the end of this video. I'm definitely keeping, okay, also hang on, side note, another update, Philodendron, Hoya linearis right here. So this was in my greenhouse cabinet. I repotted it. This really cute checkered pot in my last video. And now I've put it here on top of the cabinet, cascading down. It's getting light from here and the cabinet technically. So it's like getting it on both sides. And I really hope that it likes it because I think it's super cute here, but obviously like it's not getting the high humidity it once was getting. So yeah, I hope it's okay with that because I like it here. Anyway, that was a complete side note. I have some random pink princess propagations. Oh my gosh, I need to fill this up with water. Oops, I'm gonna set that aside. This video is so chaotic, oh my goodness. Okay, this right here. All right. Also, everyone say hi to Alphonse. Hi, Alphonse. He has to make his way into every single video. Okay, this is a plant that, I mean, it's a propagation. And I never really fully intended to keep this for forever. I was just like, I just didn't have the heart to throw away the whole plant when I did this. I'm all over the place. This is my Philodendron Jose Bueno, and this is also a random cutting of a Philodendron squamiferum that I don't even know if it's taken, to be honest. I'm gonna need to like pull this apart. But yeah, I got rid of this plant, the mother plant, I think at the end of the summer last year. So it's been almost a year. And I took a few cuttings and put it in water because yeah, I just didn't have the heart to, oh my gosh, look at those roots. I didn't have the heart to just completely throw it out or like give it away or like not have it. But as you can see, this Philodendron Jose Bueno has 0 variegation, and I would be interested in getting one in the future that actually has variegation, but yeah, this is just not it. Sometimes I think I propagate plants that I'm getting rid of just as an assurance to myself of, okay, in case you change your mind and you're like, oh, wait, never mind. Like I actually really regret giving away that plant or getting rid of that plant. I miss it. It's like, then I have a backup cutting that's still sitting around. So if I want to do something with it, I can, and it's not like I lost the plant completely. It's like, I don't know if it's a defense mechanism or it's a way for me to not have to say goodbye 100%. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like I guess it's just like a way to cope with it because I do have a hard time saying goodbye to plants that are leaving my collection, I guess. So I guess if you also have a hard time saying goodbye and that's preventing you from getting rid of plants, maybe just take like 1 cutting and then hang on to it for 6 months, and then you'll realize that you don't want to deal with that cutting, so then you get rid of it. That's not good advice. I think that's what I do, and I think I'm ready to get rid of this now. Like it's been a very prolonged farewell period, but it's just been like sitting up there and I don't want to deal with it. And I realized, okay, now that this plant has been out of my collection officially for almost a year now, I don't need it, I don't want it, and I'm good without it. So I don't need this cutting either. We're set. I'm ready to say goodbye. And did you not hear what I said where I was like, oh, maybe I'll take a cutting of this and like see if I want to hang on to it or like want to give it away? That was me just doing the same thing. Look at me. Look at me. This is what I do. Is that a sign that I should just get rid of this then? Rip off the band-aid? Because there are a lot of other plants that I think I would rather have in this plant. And I'm not saying that this plant is a bad plant. I'm just like not happy with the way that it's been growing in my collection, and I just don't feel like dealing with it anymore. I think I just convinced myself to get rid of this one too. So I'm gonna put it in the pile. Obviously, I still have time to be like, oh wait, no, never mind, I'm not gonna get rid of it. Because there's that part of my mind where I'm like, okay, this was also part of a plant trade. This also is a cool plant, has a lot of potential. I wanted it for a long time. I don't like it the way that I thought that I would. And maybe I just don't love it in this form. And if it were in a different form, I would like it. And so that's always the thing that stops me from purging plants, right? It's the, okay, well, I don't like the way that it currently is, but maybe if I give it a makeover, maybe I can salvage it. Maybe I can like make it grow better for me, and then I'll actually like it. And sometimes that works. That also takes up a lot of mental and emotional energy. And I think that that attitude, while I think it's a generally healthy attitude to have most of the time, if you're doing it all of the time for every plant and making excuses for every plant and like never getting rid of plants that are draining you, then like that's gonna make life hard. Okay, I don't think there are any other plants that I'm gonna get rid of. I don't think there's anything in the greenhouse cabinet. Actually, hang on. I do want to note something though. I recently, oh my gosh. So one of my children broke the pot that these plants were in. Actually, it was just my Syngonium strawberry milk was in a pot. My daughter broke it while we were trying to water the plants together. A little bit tragic, but it's okay. So I scrambled and like repotted it, but I also went ahead and grabbed this like Syngonium confetti that I had and a propagation jar lying around, because I was like, you know what? These might just be the same plant, just with different names, to be quite honest. Or like the differences are so subtle. It's like, I'll just pot them together, whatever. So it's looking really bad because it went through trauma. And I'm pretty sure it lost some roots. But over here, I have a third Syngonium that is also looking rough, but it's like the Syngonium confetti tricolor because it has some like green as well. But I was like, you know what? What if I like unpot this and unpot this and just like pot them all together, and that way I have my 3 Syngonium confetti plants. They're different kinds of Syngonium confetti technically, but like at this point I don't even care. I used to want to differentiate them a little bit more, but like the differences are so subtle, I don't really care about differentiating them. They're all varieties of Syngonium confetti. So I don't need 3 different varieties of Syngonium confetti in my collection. I don't even collect Syngonium that aggressively anymore. So like I may as well just put them together. So I'm gonna set these aside just to pot up together because I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay? Okay, that will be really nice. So I want to note a new anthurium leaf over here, which is a happy thing. I think it's the anthurium hybrid from Green Hues that I have. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh, and speaking of new anthurium leaves, my anthurium crystallinum also has a new leaf that's emerging in ambient humidity, which is super happy. And my anthurium clarinervium also has a new leaf right here. Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea how excited I am. And is that an inflow or a new leaf? I think it's an inflow, but that's kind of fun because I like just got this plant last month. Oh my gosh, so excited about that. But yeah, I don't think that there are any other plants in here that I'm really gonna purge, as I mentioned. My Philodendron verrucosum, it looks horrendous, but that's because in a recent plant tours video, I chopped it up. And so I will probably end up getting rid of this plant in the long term. But again, I'm doing that thing. I'm waiting because I have cuttings that I'm waiting to see if they like actually root up, which they're rooting up very slowly. So I'm getting a little bit concerned that they're not going to do so hot. But yeah, once I start this plant over completely, I'll probably get rid of this mother plant, but not yet. I'm not ready yet. But that does mean that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 plants from this room that I am saying goodbye to, and that feels really good. Okay, I am venturing up to the attic because I know that there's a plant up here that I need to purge, and that is this big old monstera. I think it's so cute. I love it up here in a lot of ways, but and it takes up a lot of space, and I have multiple monsteras in my collection. I don't think that I need this one. A while back, excuse my water bottle just sitting here. Frankly, this is all a mess, so ignore that. But a while back, I did propagate this plant, and it's rooting up really nicely. So I need to pot it up with my other monstera. I think that's what I'm going to try to do, because I have another monstera deliciosa downstairs. And then yeah, I just don't need this one. It has started like putting off some new growth points, which is fantastic. And I think that it will make someone really happy. It's just not for me right now. I would rather do something different. with this corner. Be it, I don't know, I personally kind of want to have a greenhouse cabinet up here, but this is also like the standing AC unit, which takes up a lot of space and it has to be here because it's connected to the window that's outside. So I don't know what to do with this spot to like make it look a little bit cuter, but my husband also was complaining about this monstera. He like rarely complains about my plants. He's really good about giving me space to do my hobbies and that sort of thing. But this one he did mention, he was like, do we have to have like a gigantic monstera in the corner up here? Because I feel like it takes up a lot of space. And he's so right. It does. Suffice it to say, I think I am going to purge this one as well. So that's how many plants are we at now? 8? Okay, here's another section of plants. And I think the only plant that I want to get rid of here, I already hinted at earlier, but it's my Mandula pothos. And that is because, if I'm being honest, Mandula pothos is probably my favorite, if not one of my favorites of like the different pothos. But like, okay, look at this. I've had this for years, literal years, and it's not even trailing beyond the pot. Like, it is growing like absolute molasses, and I think I would rather try to grow it up a pole, or, you know, that like wooden pole that I showed you, because I think the epipremnum do really well when they climb. And if I'm gonna have a Mandula pothos in my collection, I think I want it to be of the variety that just has those really massive leaves from growing up a pole, and I want to take full advantage of like the beauty of each individual leaf, because I think that each individual leaf is beautiful, but sometimes it gets like a little bit lost when it's all together like this. Like, I don't know, it gets a little bit invisible to the eye to me. So I would rather pass this along to a friend. Maybe I'll take a few cuttings for my future plant, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm going to at least get rid of this one because I don't need 2 in my collection, and I think I want to fully commit and lean into the Mandula pothos that is climbing up a pole. And not gonna lie, I'm also a little bit tempted to let go of this Tenanthe setosa, but I don't think I would have any other plant that would fit this spot quite as well, because this is a very low light spot, and yeah, it's not thriving as much as it would be probably if it were in a more medium light situation, but it can survive pretty well in low light. And if I trim it and zhuzh it, I think it'll be fine. It's just the winter was not kind to it at all, but it's still cute. It's fine. I will keep it. This is another plant I'm very tempted to get rid of. It's my Aglaonema Maria, because it has not been doing well for me, and maybe it just needs to be put in a different spot. I think I'll give this plant another chance. Maybe I'll repot it, and yeah, maybe I'll just put it in a better position, because this is a very low light spot, and I've been told that Aglaonema do well in low light, but maybe not. maybe it needs something better. Part of the reason that I'm hanging on to this is that I have had this Aglaonema Maria since pretty much my channel started. Like, this was featured in my very first YouTube channel because I got it as part of a haul from Groupie Plants Ranch, and that was my very first video ever. So it's extra nostalgic, and even though it's not doing so well right now, I think I'm willing to give it a little bit more grace, a little bit more of a chance. I also don't have any other Aglaonema in my collection. So yeah, I think I'm gonna hang on to this for a little while longer. Quick update. Ugh, Syngonium albo. She never disappoints. She's so pretty. I actually also got this plant on the same day as I got this plant. Fun fact, they're siblings. This Syndapsis Trubii Moonlight is another one that I'm really tempted to get rid of because it grows like molasses, and I don't know, it just like, I feel like I haven't really resonated with it in the last like several years since I got it, but it also is one of those plants where it's like, it's relatively easy to take care of. It's not that exciting to me, but it's cute and it works in this like lower light corner. So I guess I'll keep it. Okay, wow, I feel so good about that. In summary, I am getting rid of 9 plants. Now, to be fair, some of them are like practically already dead, so I'm really just committing to putting them to rest. And some of them were like duplicate plants, but still, I'm proud of myself because those were 9 plants whose pots were taking up space, that, you know, they were taking up energy and time from me when I didn't really want them that much anymore. Some of it is like a little bit bittersweet. I think the most bittersweet partings are going to be the Monstera, the Philodendron mayoi for sure, because when that plant was like in its heyday, I loved that plant so much, but I just have been feeling not inspired by it recently, so I'm just ready to let it go. The Campos Portuanum, I just feel like I never really made it look nice in my collection, and I just don't feel like I have the energy to deal with it right now. And I guess the Philodendron Fuzzy Patiole is similar, where like the potential is there, but I just don't think that I'm the person to bring it to its full potential, at least not in this season right now. So yeah, a few of them are bittersweet, but for the most part, I feel really good about the fact that I am making room in my collection for, I don't know if I'm going to like replace those plants necessarily, but I feel like I have the option to, like, if there is a plant that catches my eye, I no longer feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have any room left in my house. Like, I technically have 9 spots for plants, which is nice. They're still here right now, obviously, but I think I'm going to message some of my friends about the salvageable plants, and then obviously the ones that aren't really salvageable, I'm just going to toss. I hope that this was inspiring to you. Like, if you needed to hear some of these things, it's okay to get rid of some plants if they're not serving you anymore. Or I guess if you needed the like butt kick of, okay, like just do it, do the spring cleaning, do the purging. It's gonna make you feel so much better. So yeah, if you needed any of that, yeah, this is me telling you, do it. Trust me. And really, this did not take a long time at all. This was a really mild purging. I've seen people purge like half of their collections in a single day. That's crazy. I mean, if you want to do that, be my guest, but I don't have the strength. I don't think that I would want to do that. But 9 plants, like, that's a lot. That's more than I was expecting. I was thinking I would maybe get rid of like 5 plants. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. All those things are super helpful for my channel. And yeah, I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.